Hello, this is Pete, your Kickserve support guy. I'd like to discuss and demonstrate the features of tagging, custom fields, services, names, and sources. So first start off with services, the list of services we do. It's a generally overlooked reporting feature, really, and scheduling feature. So here, when I'm on my opportunities page, I can scan the list of new opportunities I have, and I can make a quicker judgment of maybe when I want to schedule this, or how I want to schedule, or how I want to assign it. Is this a level 1 type job, or is it a more advanced job? So that's something to think about services. Now, when we get to the customer record, so in this case, this is James Foster. He happens to be a service location of the Roseville Property Management. And so one of the features we have here is tagging. So one thing that's not built in is the ability to differentiate between residential and commercial. So that's one key benefit of tagging. You can quickly tag your customers as such by just planning ahead on what kind of tags you would like to use on your customers when they call in. So you want to tag them as commercial. You want to tag them as are they going to be a preventive maintenance type customer? Maybe they're calling in for a particular product or service you have, and you want to tag them as such. In this case, we have one of our products is Reach Edge. We tag our customers if they're coming to us from a Reach Edge generated lead. And for your parent record, one of the things that comes up a lot is how to differentiate between my parent records, my parent customers, and my service locations. And so one way of doing that is tagging them as such. Tag them as a parent record. And then tag them as what kind of services they're on. Preventive maintenance, are they on contract with you, or are they not on contract with you? Something to think about. So your tags are listed there on top, right? And down here on your customer record, under the overview, we have all the different built-in fields, such as source, tax. Those are built in. And here are some of my custom fields that I made for my contact record. I wanted to know, again, here, are they a parent record? Maybe what zone I deliver service to. If I have my service area cut up into zones. Maybe in particular equipment I have installed or I'm maintaining on their property. HVAC guys really like this idea of managing their inventory at their customer sites. This is one way of doing it. And also, if I have a sales representative, who is the person that's managing this account? And here's another popular one is last service date. Again, this is manually done, but this is an idea you can do with using our custom fields, which is updating a custom field every time they use you. If they're frequent, yes, you'll be updating this frequent. If they're not that frequent, this will be an infrequent update. But again, what kind of program or what kind of contract are they on? Again, you can manage them and report on this later. And just some other ideas I had is how to manage the parent record, which is to ask them, how many properties do they manage, right? And then how many of them do we have under contract or do we manage for them with our services? So services, overlooked reporting feature, right? And dispatching feature, really. Instead of just naming all of your jobs as estimate, which again is redundant, since we already categorized that and staticized that for you, or just labor or just service call, why not label your jobs with the particular service that you're going to go out and do? Such as, here I'm a plumbing company, so I want to know, am I going out to clear a drain initially, or is the customer called up and said, hey, it's my bathtub backed up? and so on. These can change as the plumbers and other service industries know. You get out there and the job is different or bigger than the customer thought, right? So these are ideas for services. Now with sources is another way of reporting on your customer, and this is a way to manage your marketing dollars, right? So if you're spending the big bucks on billboards or Google Analytics or putting your ads in magazines, what if you're sending out coupons or postcards to your customers after every service to see if they're satisfied and to encourage them to call you back by sending them out a 10%, 15% coupon, right? And then still Yellow Pages are around, but back in the day, these were big, very, very expensive. So why not keep track of when the people that are still using them and what page are they calling you from? That's for sources. Now, custom fields. Again, it's down in settings towards the bottom. You have custom fields. We break them up into contact or customer fields and work fields. So here we broke them up again, the different custom fields into text fields, into number fields, date fields. Text fields, we give you different types of text fields. One-line text, multi-line text, or pick list. Pick lists are pretty neat because you can do just like this. You can create your own drop-down, so you don't have to worry about anyone else's spelling or idea of what it should be put in the box. You predetermine that for them. Here's all my zones. Here's a list of all my sales representatives. Here is a list of various preventive maintenance. And here's just some various equipment. As a plumber, I might have to leave on a job site for some reason. And then another text field I thought should be a text field, not a number field, because I wanted to put in the frequency. So I wanted to put in 5 times per month or once a week. So I made it a text field. Number fields. Again, I wanted to keep track of how many properties my property manager actually manages and how much of the business are they giving us. Are they giving all their business to us or not? And again, another very popular request is, how do I tell when the last service was a customer used to me? You have to be proactive on that. So here's a way of doing that. My work fields. Kind of limited here on my imagination here, but I was just listing, various models of kitchen faucets, bathroom. If I was to go out and repair them, replace them, I could put that on a job so I know maybe which type of or make or model I'm installing the most of. All right. Now, once you're collecting all that data, this is the whole point of this demonstration, which is I want to report on this data. So first, before we get into custom reports, I want to point out that we do a lot of these already. So if you are marking your jobs complete, the whole job complete, and you're putting in at least one charge line, that charge can be $0, but at least you're putting an item or a charge in your job. These sales and marketing reports work really nicely. So for like marketing sources, this is going to assume you are managing your customers and jobs, and you're filling in the source, the customer source. So we will give you how many jobs you did by this source, the sales volume, percentage of sales. So should we be investing more in or renewing the Yellow Page 505? Yes or no? And so forth. We also talked about services. Here's services, revenue. Again, if your services are labeled really clearly, then this report can be really powerful. So how many drain calls are you doing? And How much? For the particular date range, by the way. This is just August 4th through September 4th. How many toilet augers am I doing as a plumber? Kitchen faucet repairs, bathtub backups, outside garden, clogs, and so forth. And then tags. One more example of a built-in report. If you're utilizing services and tags, here I've tagged one. Maybe I can make this a little bigger so you can see. So here I expanded the date range a little bit so you can see some more data. But here I've tagged my customers as, callback customers, faucet, extended warranty customers, customers with preventive maintenance. So that's how you would use that one. So if you're filling out your tags, your services, your customer sources, these reports are right here and always available. Now, if you want to customize your own report, we have some custom templates. You can think of them as, right? This is the new customer template report, contact, job, task, time. For time's sake, I'm going to point out how to use customer and job report. So, I created a parent customer report using the custom customer report. I'm going to edit it. So what I did was I named it. I checked off the boxes for the fields that I want, or the columns I want to see in my report. Customer number is always a good field to have. It's always unique, right? Then, once I know the columns I want in my report, then I can organize them. So you can just drag these green X's up and down to organize your report. And then here's where the rubber really meets the road, right? This is where I get the most calls about, questions about. Here's all the fields that are available to you. You have to think, what customer record do I want to see? I want to filter out all the records that I want to see in my report. So in this case, I want all my customer records that I have marked as parent. It's not blank. This is pretty straightforward. And then down here, how should I group my reports? You're specifying a field to group your report by. And these are all the fields that we checked off here. Is what those are. In this case, I don't think it is going to help us to group them by anything particular. So come down one more. We added this one, remove duplicates. And to simplify this, really this has to do with jobs and job events. So if you're doing a report on jobs and events, this will come into play more than any other time, really. But in this case, we don't have to worry about duplicates. Run the report. Okay, this is the way you organize the columns. This is the columns that you chose. And then here's all 8 of the customers that you have the custom field filled in that they are a parent. They're a parent customer of yours. So these, in my example, these customers here own properties. They send you out to service locations. Now, jumping ahead to an example of a, here's another, this is another custom customer report I did. I want to show you guys the last service date report I did. So it's a custom customer report. And these are the columns I wanted to see in my report. This is how I organize the columns. And then I want to show all my customer records where I have filled in the field. We could do another one where they're empty, right? That would give someone maybe in the office a task, which is to go through and update the fields so you can manage these, right? No grouping makes sense here, and duplications aren't going to be a problem. So how I put my report together was my customer's number, database number, their name, and the last time they used us. And I added, hey, how frequently, my sales rep, my commercial sales rep, he or she should have asked, based on talking to the customer, how often should they be calling us? And so you could see pretty quickly, are they using us frequently? Yes or no? Are they on a preventive maintenance program? Is there a way to maybe get them to call us more frequently? Maybe if they're on a preventive maintenance program in this idea, we just go out and service them. So we're always on their property helping them. And then who should be contacting them and organizing this? And again, how many properties are we managing and how many do they own? Do we have all their business? All right, and so one more example of a custom report. This is a custom job report. I just wanted to see all jobs. Again, you're going to check off the boxes as usual. You want to see job number, again, is always important, and see the services, the customer's name. This is just a quick report. Again, you can organize them. They're the same as a custom customer report. But here's where I get a lot of questions, is how to manage or how to format the date. So in this case, I want to see all jobs that were completed on less than or equal to today. You can put the word today in there. It's an advanced usage. And greater than or equal to May 1st. So we're not dealing with, we can organize these by service type. All right, that makes sense. We don't really have to worry about duplicates in this case. So let's run the report. All right, so here we are. All my jobs that I completed from May to today, and then organized by service. So you can get more, anyway, you can massage these to fit your business type or business as you please. But again, just to go back, services, very important for reporting. So take some time on labeling your services and your jobs as such. Tagging your customers. Yes, and then for your property managers, and yes, tagging them as a parent. Do you have, what kind of programs or contracts do you have with them? Maybe tagging them as commercial or such. Last service date would be then, we're talking about, again, the services, making sure your customer sources are updated. Custom fields, another way to report, very powerful. Take some time to think about these. And then lastly, we went to reports and reported on all these. Anyway, that's that. Thank you.